Well, the start of that is to understand how the dictionaries are integrated, and that the multi-tenant architecture implements data dictionary separation between each of these entities. So what do I mean by this? Well, in a non-CDB, you have the kind of core database, and then you have all your data tables. So in those tables, you have the Oracle maintained tables that you know and love, such as your source dollar, your user dollar, all of those kind of system tables that are at the heart of your $V views that you might query, like $V session. All of that is what we collectively call Oracle maintained tables and views. But you also have your user tables. These are the things that your application might need to operate or get installed with that packaged application, or the tables that your users create themselves. All of that lives in the database, and you have that in the non-CDB. And if you have multiple non-CDBs, then you have multiple copies of that data dictionary. And for all of those system tables, you're going to have an entry in tab dollar. In every one of those databases, you have an entry in tab dollar for a given system table, like sys.trigger dollar, for example. And likewise, in obj dollar, you're going to have all the Oracle maintained objects there, your packages, your views, and so on, duplicated across all of your fleet of databases. Now let's contrast that to the multi-tenant environment where you have one container database and multiple pluggable databases. In the root, we of course have tab dollar, just like you would have in any database needs a data dictionary, and it's going to have those Oracle maintained tables. And those live in the CDB root. Now the PDBs have their own kind of version of that. However, the common aspects of that are maintained via metadata links. So you don't necessarily have a physical copy of source dollar or of the listing for trigger dollar in every PDB. You have a pointer down into the root where that table is maintained for the entire container and all of its PDBs. So what this means is we're able to deduplicate elements of the data dictionary and have some of them accessed only by reference. Why do you need, for example, a copy of the DBMS data pump PL/SQL package in every database when you can have one copy in the root and just pointers to it from every PDB? If you think about all of the PL/SQL packages that we have in the database, that's a huge savings of space. It can also be a lot faster to do patching and upgrade of your individual PDBs because they have less stuff in the dictionary. One of the aspects of performance of patching and upgrade is how many items are in your dictionary, how many objects are there, how big are the tables that we have to query. And if a lot of that actually just lives in the CDB root, then especially when you do an unplug, plug, and upgrade or patch, it becomes much faster, on the order of at least 20 to 25% faster for a PDB than it is as that same database as a non-CDB. And with all of this metadata stored in root, then it just becomes less work to patch and upgrade because you can patch many as one. With one patching operation, for example, data patch will run on the CDB root and all your PDBs and get everything done with one command.